Wow, guys, amazing. I know, I get it. It's been a while. You know what? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being on here. We just wrapped up the live version, the Zoom version, and so powerful, guys. So powerful. I want to share with you guys. You know what? I'm just going to redo it right here. I won't have the interactive room, but if you're watching live, just interact in the chat for me. Because here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to share this with you, and if it just reaches one person, if it reaches the right person, then you know what? That's why we do what we do. So bear with us here just a second. Got it all set up here. All right, here we go. Here's the thing, guys. This holiday season, it's crazy. It's amazing what happens where people just don't feel connected. They hear all the stuff out there. They see the music. They see the lights. They see the family getting together. But for some reason, it just doesn't click for them. They're struggling. They are going through some things. And so today, guys, I just want to share with you a little something. I don't know what it's. I don't know how it's going to turn out here because I don't have anybody talking. So if you see me in the chat, just hey, kick, uh, inter, inter, inter interact. So here's the thing, guys. The very first step to influence is helping people to be seen, right? It's kind of like taking a guess, and I'm just going to take a wild guess, right? About you, about the listener watching live or on the replay, and I may be wrong, but chances are pretty good that you carry a lot on your shoulders. You do, but you rarely let people see it. Yes or yes. I know. But you know, the reality of the matter is we were never meant to carry such heavy loads, heavy burdens. We were created to put those at Jesus' feet. We were to supposed to be in obedience and take those to the altar. So if that felt a little accurate, stick around. I think you're going to enjoy the next little bit that we have here with you guys. So hopefully the chat will light up and hopefully you guys engage because I've now given you permission to come along on this journey with me for the next few minutes. We just want to give hope and encouragement to whoever may feel unseen, unheard, perhaps even misunderstood this holiday season. Maybe you're missing a loved one. Maybe this is your first holiday without that loved one in your life. And today we just want to be able to help you, encourage you, and let you know that it's okay. It's valid. If you don't know me, johnnywan.com, I've been working with in the human behavior field for over 30 years, sales, coaching, leadership. And here's what I learned. You ready? Most people aren't walking around hungry for advice. They're just not. What they're starving for is just to be understood. And Jesus, the greatest influencer of all time, always, every single time, he connected first before he corrected. And that's one of the things that we teach in our Toastmasters Club. And for those of you that are looking for a speaker's coach, this is the first thing I teach. Matter of fact, it's a book I'm reading right now. It's very few people connect. I'm sorry, everyone communicates, very few people connect. And Hebrews 4:15 says it this way: for we do not have a high priest who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses. Hey, Jesus came, lived on this earth, just every bit of flesh as you and I did. And so he understands. And so today, I want to practice what I call soul level listening. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Not to manipulate, but to minister, to help, to encourage, to let you know that, you know what, life is going to be okay. Matter of fact, the best days of your life haven't even happened yet. They haven't even taken place yet. That best day is just around the corner, just over the horizon. So keep putting one foot in front of the other, right? My favorite book, the Tortoise and the Hare. Keep going. Don't stop. And I want you to just say this out loud. I mean, I'll ask you this question really, and down in the comment section, just say yes if it's you. Just hit like, hit comment, or whatever. But has any of this ever felt true to you? And I'm gonna share with you guys a few things. But you know, people may think that you're strong, but they don't always see the effort that it takes for you to keep going, for you to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Right? You yourself, yes, you watching right now live or on the replay, You encourage other people. You motivate, you inspire. But secretly, you wish someone would check on you in the same manner, in the same way that you do that for other people. I get it. I get it. You may have even been hurt before, and now you're a little more careful with who gets access to that real you. You know what I'm talking about, you know? And it may be that you're out there leading, you're a supervisor, you're a business owner, entrepreneur, and you pour into others and sometimes feel guilty for taking time for yourself. I get it. You may even have these big dreams, these things, these visions that God has placed inside of you, and you haven't even spoken it out loud yet, but God hasn't let them die. You still have that remembrance, right? And so I want you to just for a moment, just breathe. Take that deep breath. This is where I want your heart to open up. This is where I want you to really connect. And again, this may just be for one person. I don't know. Maybe for a couple. The people that showed up on our Zoom earlier, it was a short meeting, but man, it was very impactful. And again, this is a monologue, not a dialogue like we had in Zoom. But here's the thing, guys. We're kind of performing heart surgery with our words, with our vocal, with our vocabulary. Here's the reveal, right? The transition part. If any of that I just shared with you resonated, it's not because I know your story. I'm not some prophet. I'm not. I'm nowhere near it. I'm probably the black sheep at my church. But it's just simply because I know the human story. I've now had the privilege and honor to coach some high executive leaders, some really smart people, some attorneys, PhD type level, very brilliant, a physicist. I mean, I've done a lot of work with several people, and the human story is kind of the same in all of us. At some point, we've all felt unseen, unheard, overlooked, lied to, cheated on, you name it. As my wife tells some of her clients, welcome to humanity. That's part of being human. And the real truth is this. So what my coach always says, you got to go back to the truth. God doesn't just see you. He picked you. He selected you. Yes, you. You weren't just created on purpose. Baby, you were created for a purpose. And that purpose is still alive inside of you, right? The Fun Life theme scripture for the whole thing that we based around the Fun Life community is Jeremiah 29:11, right? It says, for I know, the Lord emphatically declares, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. What does that mean to you, right? Here's the golden shift that I want you to make in your mindset. Maybe the reason God let you feel invincible or invisible is so you could be called to help others felt seen or feel seen. You're going to be able to help others feel seen in a way where you weren't. And that's kind of what being a coach is. You ultimately end up becoming the person that you needed back when you needed it. And so that is leadership. That is influence. That's a calling. That's the truth of the matter. Because if you felt something during these few little minutes that I've been on here, if this live or this recording spoke to your spirit, not just your ears, then maybe it's time that we have a conversation. Maybe it's time that we sit down and just have a little chat. And I've opened up a few coaching calls this month, not just for people who need fixing, right? I don't do any of the fixing, but for people who know that they were meant for more. You know, all of my clients that I coach with have a invitation to go visit and have a massage with my wife. She does this incredible massage where she's able to find these certain areas, these trapped emotions in your body, whether it's anger, resentment, grief, fear, whatever it may be, it gets trapped in your body and she's able to find it. And it's so interesting because she's able to pinpoint all the way down to whether it was a male or female that caused that hurt. that trapped trauma that your body's holding on to, right? There's a whole book about it, right? The body keeps score. And so you go to her before you ever come to me, and she's able to help you understand and make sense of everything that's going on in your body. And a lot of times, once she's able to identify it and release it, that's what the massage is called, an emotional release. And if I'm not mistaken, you can't just go and schedule it. You have to have a referral in there, which she's fixing to be back. I think it's next week from her gallbladder surgery. So I'm sure her schedule's packed up with people who had to reschedule. But here's the thing, guys. If that's you, and you, again, you don't need fixing. You just need to know that you were meant for more. You were meant to be able to go out there and be part of so much more than what you've been getting up until this point. And that's really all I want to share with you guys. Because if you've ever had the opportunity to 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 be seen, if that's if that's a thing, I mean it is, but I don't want to make it weird. I want you guys to know that it's okay. It's all right to not have it all figured out. And like I said, I've opened up a few coaching calls on my calendar throughout the holidays. I've got a little time. We've got a few loans that are still being worked on. I'm still doing my mortgage loans during the day, coaching afternoon, evenings, weekends. And so I just want you to DM me below. Just DM me below. And if you're just joining us live, thank you. Thank you for coming on here. Thank you for being part of this, because you really are impacting. You are having an impact in other people's lives. And so I I just don't know who needs to hear this right now, but sometimes the holidays aren't joyful. They can feel heavy. Yeah. I know you're out there. I know you're scrolling through social media, doing the death scroll. Maybe you have landed on this episode by chance, by serendipitous, celestial serendipity. But this time of season, people may be out there singing, but inside you're sinking. And if that's you, like I said earlier, you don't need fixing. You need to be seen. You need space, and that's all I'm trying to do here this evening, is just create that space, that environment for you to be able to feel heard, and let you know that, you know what, it it's valid. It's okay. And if any part of this felt real, like I said, just you're seen right here, right now. Because like I said earlier, I may be wrong, but you've been strong for so long, being vulnerable almost feels unsafe now. That's kind of the way it is. Um, and so I remember going to work. We walked into a Christmas party. This has been years ago. Everyone was laughing, smiling, taking photos, having a good time. I remember feeling completely alone in that room full of people. And I learned something, that loneliness is not the absence of people, it's the absence of connection. Some of you know, some of you don't know, I recently started emceeing events. And that's the one thing, that is my, if I can peel back the layers of the onion and show you kind of behind the scenes, that is all I do, is I connect. I make sure that I'm not so busy trying to communicate that I forget to connect. And if you've ever been in a room with me, I want you to know that we're going to connect. And I want you to know that, you know what, there is hope. And it's not just, it's not a fix it. It's a hand, the hand of God that comes and hugs you and pats you on the back and lets you know that, hey, you know what? There's one big pain that no one, there's not, there's something, there's a pain that no one can take away from you. You know what that is? You ready? Purpose. God put a purpose inside of every single one of us, right? When I got certified through the Ziegler Corporation, and even through the course of becoming the Ziegler Master Coach, it was one of those things that the ultimate quote. Matter of fact, I was just reading one of my mentor's books. The Millionaire Mind. Daniel Gomez wrote the Sales Accelerator. He put this quote in there, and he says that quoted Mr. Ziegler. He said that you watching right now live or on the replay, can have everything in life you want, if, conditional, if you'll simply be willing to help enough other people get what it is that they want. Here's a secret. Helping people doesn't change them, it heals you. That's kind of how this works. Napoleon Hill, I've got his book, Think and Grow Rich, but he said every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries within itself the seed of an equal or greater benefit. John Maxwell said it perfectly. He said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And it wasn't until Mr. Ziegler came and said, hey, that's a great quote, John, but it's missing 2 words: about them. People don't know how much you care until they know how much you care about them. The Bible, you ready? Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. Can I ask you to do one thing for me? In the comment section, or DM me, because again, I don't know who's out there. I don't know who's watching replay or late at night, can't sleep. I get it. Luckily, these lives stay up for 30 days. You can go to my YouTube channel. It stays up there. Describe your current season, what you're going through right now. Describe it in one word. What is it? What is that word for you? If it's hope, thank you. Thank you for putting hope in there, right? Because it's in that scripture, 29:11. I know the plans I have for you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And if you have hope in the future, that gives you power in the now. Maybe you wrote tired, frustrated, overwhelmed. That lets me know that you're strong for still being here. That lets me know that you're still willing to get up and fight the good fight next, day in and day out. For those of you that may be thinking of writing or did write or send the word alone, you're actually not. You're never alone. You're never, ever alone. And so I want you to let this moment settle, because this right here is that healing leadership that we talk about. All right, I'll wrap it up. I'll wrap it up. I was only going to do it for a little bit, but this is kind of how I went on the Zoom call earlier. If I could give you a magic question to reset your season, would you use it? Seriously, think about this. If I could give you a magic question that would reset the season in your life that you're in right now, would you use it? You ready? This is going to be one of those writer downers. What would it look like? What would it look like if God wasn't done with me yet? If he wasn't done with you yet, what would it look like? Ask yourself that question. What would it look like if God was not done with me yet? Say it out loud. Say it. Say it out loud. Whisper it. What if God is not done with me yet? Are you feeling what I'm feeling? What if God isn't done with me yet? I mean, maybe the reason you felt pain is because God is quietly preparing you to be the kind of leader who helps other people through theirs. I told one of my recent coaching clients that God is preparing you, right? You're currently right now in this season writing somebody else's survival guide. You don't need a stage. You don't even need a microphone. You just need that emotion of empathy, because the world doesn't need better speakers. The world doesn't need a better leader. Even though I'm trying to create better leaders in the areas and the circles where I run, but the world needs better listeners. Active listening. That's what the world needs. And that's what we're trying to do in the Fun Life community with all the people that we coach, the events that we go and we speak at, the events that we go and we get to MC, all the new people that we get to visit and hang out with, and we make these new friends. And so if you're open to this, can I ask you 3 questions? Just 3 questions. I'm just going to pretend we're on a coaching set, on a group coaching session. I love to ask questions. Ever since I had Bob Tiede on the podcast, he wrote helped co-author the book Leading with Questions. Go check him out. Bob T is amazing. But what do you need less of in this season? What is that for you? What do you need less of this season? Second question, what do you need more of this season? What do you need more of in this season? And the third question is this: who around you might need the very thing that you've needed? Who around you might need the very thing that you've needed? Let them share. Find out, because this is gold. This is where coaching somebody is about leading and asking questions. It's not really selling. I mean, yes, I'm kind of selling you on the fact that you have a dream, a goal, something that you want to achieve, but unless you're willing to step out of your comfort zone, it's for nothing. And this is what I call leadership by listening. And so as I wrap this thing up and go and finish helping out, get ready for tomorrow, we're setting up tonight for the big Thanksgiving meal tomorrow. If something inside of you woke up today, if I stirred any emotions up today, and you don't want to go through this season alone, as I mentioned earlier, I've opened up a few coaching sessions in my calendar. I'll put my calendar link down below. Again, not for fixing, not for pushing, but for discovery. And if that's you, message me the word brave, because asking for help is one of the bravest things a human being can do. I mean, seriously, you guys, at the recent event that I emceed, I told them that I was a laughter yoga instructor, and a few people didn't believe me. But we learned in our laughter yoga instructor instructions or certification that the average child laughs around 300 times a day. The adult, less than 20, less than 15 probably. And so that means most of us are spiritually dehydrated. So if things have felt a little dry lately, hey, embrace the childlike faith, the joy, right? In the presence of the Lord, there's fullness of joy. At his right hand, there's pleasures forevermore, right? Delight thyself in the Lord. He will give you the desires of your heart. And remember, just remember this for me as I leave. Even Jesus loved a good meal with good people. So tomorrow, if you have a family, go have a great family meal with, hey, hit them up. If you don't, and you're alone, and you're in this East Texas area, Tyler, Texas, hey, DM me. I want to have you over as my guest. Come, hang out. That way, I don't have so much to eat the following day, Thursday night, Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Hey guys, this has been your playground guide, Johnny Juan Ortiz. The whole Fun Life community was created to be able to, help that Christian entrepreneur who wants to grow and scale their business to achieve the financial freedom they're looking for without sacrificing their time, their family, their faith, or their joy. And so if any of this resonated with you, thank you for joining me. Appreciate you being on here. Hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow on Thriving Thankful Thursday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then don't forget, Friday, we're doing free 50 free Friday coaching, Friday coaching. I'll get you more information on that tomorrow. Adios.